Good evening, Facebook family. Um, I have something to tell you, but first I gotta shut my door. Hold on, y'all forgive my clutter of my background. Okay, so I am actually doing a Facebook Live and a YouTube Live at the same time. This is the first time I've done this, so if I'm looking back and forth, please forgive me. This is my first time doing the YouTube channel. So the I do have some news that I want to share. I have some things that y'all probably already know, but I did a Facebook Live post this morning on my way to work because it was just something that weighed heavy on my heart. And so I was like, I just got to get this off my chest. So my sister always chiming in, hey, Pastor Angie, hey, Latrice Cash, thank you for watching and showing. And everybody else who's on, that's just who I see right now. It says I have 8 viewers. So, and I have somebody on YouTube live watching me. Hey, this is the first time I've done this on YouTube, so I appreciate you chiming in and spending time with me tonight. But so I got some good comments from this morning. I had an issue with a white friend who I mean is like a really good friend. Like our kids, I mean I trust her with my kids, kind of white friend, right? Um, and we just had a discussion based on a post that she had posted, and I had to give her a call because I was like, I'm not doing this back and forth on Facebook. That's how much respect and love I have for this woman, right? And y'all can go back and watch it, but it was just, something that I had to get off my chest and something that I needed to address. So I'm glad I did. I felt better. Like I said, I got some good comments and I got a perspective. And I just think that there is a lot of, to be honest, this is my thoughts. Anytime there is a change that has to do with race, and it makes white people uncomfortable or feel a sense of remorse or shame or feel like the roles are being reversed, like they might in their mind somehow like, oh, these black people think they as good as we are, or they think that we're inferior to them, right? When they feel that or think that, I think that that's what kind of they either are going to say, their heart is either going to say, I sympathize, and they're going to do their best to look inward, or they're going to get angry and say it's not fair or it's not right, and then try to look for a different angle so that they don't have to deal with themselves. Because it's hard to do like a heart check. It's hard to look inward, and I think that's the only thing that can do that and help you look inward is when you have a relationship with Christ and the Holy Spirit to help you to really, really know how to do that inward look and to be sympathetic and to say, Lord, forgive me, and He's able to do that heart change and do that work, and you got to do your work, right? So, and you got to be open. So I feel good about it. I'm gonna move on. Of course, I'll probably end up having to do some dialogue with her, and I'll tell y'all how it ends up because I don't want to lose a friend. So, but the other thing that I wanted to say was, for those of you who do not know, drum roll, please. So I am finally putting my name in the hat to run for uh, Anderson County School Board Trustee, District 5, um, at large seat. I'm so excited. It is the only thing that I can run for right now because I have to run for an office that is nonpartisan. For those of you all who don't know, I have a federal job. When you work for the federal government, there is a policy called the Hatch Act that prevents you from running for office where you have to declare a party. And so it's like a really slippery slope. And so therefore, The only thing that I could run for, and it was perfect that it came open, because the person who was in it, he just left the seat. So it's not, there's not an incumbent. It's just me and two other people that's running for the seat. Two other white men. I think one of them is more on the conservative side. One is kind of independent in the middle. So I feel like I have a good shot. They're both older white men. Well, I think one is about my age, and one wife is a teacher, and the other one was a teacher or administrator or something like that. And so I'm gonna need y'all to vote for me. I'm gonna need you all to come out like you've never done before. Not only just for me, but for everybody that's on the ballot. Because I won't be on a Democratic ticket. If you pull straight ticket, you're gonna have to ask them for the rest of the rest of the nonpartisan seats so that you can vote for your whole thing. Vote for me. So I'll get the details about what you need to do. Most people they'll just pull a straight ticket, and I think if you do that, I won't be on it. So I'm going to educate as much as I can so that everybody make sure that they get to vote for me on November the 3rd when you go out, or whenever you get your absentee ballot, or if you go and vote absentee in person. You can do absentee by mail or absentee in person. Absentee in person actually starts on September 28th. And my suggestion is everybody get in the car. Like the last day to register to vote is October the 5th. So if I would get a group of people who are registered, non-registered, whatever, and on September 28th, because you can register still September 28th and vote that same day absentee, because the Supreme Court made it to where you don't have to have a reason or excuse now. They used to have like 19 reasons that you had to pick why you're voting absentee by mail or absentee in person. And now that requirement is lifted. So now, you know, you don't have to have a reason to vote absentee because of COVID-19. So that's a good thing. So I have a website as well that I'm excited about. So my website is TanyaWinbush.com, and it has a couple of intro things in it, but I want it to be a place where we can go and dialogue. I'm going to upload. That's why I'm doing the YouTube live, because I'll upload my videos there from YouTube to my website. And I just want people to get to know me better. I want to be able to reach a bigger audience. I want y'all to be able to eventually my show. I'll do more details, but my idea where I had started my show, where my sister was my first guest, and it was so good. If you missed it, try to go to my Facebook page and find my first YouTube live that I did in the church with my sister, Pastor Angie. It was so good. Y'all, is really good. You will learn a lot about Pastor Angela Bronin that you don't know. Just her testimony is great. So it'll inspire you, it'll encourage you, it'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh. So if you haven't seen it, try to find it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's on my Facebook page. And at the time, I had the concept of calling it The Whole Truth. But as I kind of pulled away, because a lot of people that I was asking to come be guests, it was the COVID-19 stuff. And so a lot of people really wasn't feeling that. A lot of people was doing the Zoom meeting things. And I just, I like to do the in-person, right? I just like the energy. I like, you can feel the story better when you do it in person. And so I assured everybody we would social distance. We don't have to be that close to talk, but it just didn't pan out like I wanted. So, a little bit of procrastination, a little bit, stuff happened, and I wasn't so committed and faithful to it. So my new concept for my show now, because I'm doing so much political stuff, is going to be everything is political. And so my concept behind that is everything is political. I know a lot of people, when I talk to them about politics, or I talk to them about voting, or I talk to them about policy, they'll get upset and say, oh, I don't like politics, or I don't like to get into that, or, politics is a bunch of liars, or, I don't like politics. And it just kind of puts a bad taste in people's mouth. And I mean, I have to admit, I used to be the same way. I was the exact same way. And I was like, politicians, lawyers, liars, and because most people have had a bad experience with, politics or politicians, or, just that whole that whole concept is just kind of, janky. So what I realized though was life and things, experiences happening in my life. What I realized was there is nothing that we do that is not touched by politics. Our education, our financial system, our food system, our hair, our bodies, what we watch on TV, listen to everything that we do, the clothes we put on is politics. There is some kind of political something going on with everything that we do. And so I had to come up and really just come to grips with the fact that everything is political. Everything is political. And you can't get away from it. So why not just embrace it? And why not just be a part of it, be a part of the process so that we can make the changes that we need to make so that the politics doesn't have to have such a bad connotation or a bad taste in our mouth, that we could use it in a way that could benefit us, benefit the community, benefit where we are, where we live, because the most powerful politics is local and state politics. That's what I realized. And so now that's going to be the topic of my show, is everything is political. So I hope you all will, encourage me and push me. For those of you all who I asked to come on the show, I hope in the near future you'll be part of the show. I would love for people to come and just give their experience, and especially young people who don't vote or have a reason that they don't vote, or have some really strong feelings about our racial and social justice, but have not yet voted. I would love to talk to you and find out, what are your thoughts and how you feel about the whole political process. Because, I feel, I can give you this example. Some people may say, oh, I hate to exercise. Or some people may say, I hate, eating my vegetables or whatever. But, or I hate drinking water. I hate the way water tastes. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, you have to drink water to survive. You have to eat your vegetables if you want to be healthy. And you have to exercise if you want to be healthy. And you may not like it. You may hate it and detest it, but it is what it is. It's just a part of the process of being able to do what you have to do. So I feel the same way about politics. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's just a part of everything that we do, how we live, what we breathe. And if you're not a part of the process, your voice is left out, and you don't get to be, nobody gets to see your perspective or hear your perspective or understand your point of views in life. And so everything is political. That is the topic of my show. So now that I've said that, I have to segue to Saturday. So Saturday, we had our Anderson County Democratic Party monthly meeting. And for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure you all know, I am the chair of the Anderson County Democratic Party, or the chairwoman, right? And so we had our monthly meeting, and our guest speaker was Bakari Sellers, right? So for those of you all who don't know Bakari Sellers, he was the youngest elected state rep in the whole United States. He was 22 years old when he won office, and he went to he didn't go to Howard. I just read his bio. That's terrible. I should know where he went. But anyway, he went to school in Atlanta. So whatever the school is across from Spelman, is it Clark or is it Spelman? Whatever. I don't know which one is male, which one is female. I'm terrible. So y'all can put it in the comments and correct me which one. But anyway, he went to one of the schools in Atlanta. So I've been reading his book, so I should know that too, right? So I'm almost done with his book. His book is called My Vanishing Country. It's great. It's his memoir. It's an encouragement to, just young Black men. His story is so prolific and so powerful. It will encourage you as well. And so I suggest you get it and read it and give it to the young men that's in your life. And have them read it, or buy the audio and let them listen to it. It's worth it. It really is. It's a really good book. But the good thing is when he came and was our guest speaker. Well, first let me say this: we had two guests. We had Cory Booker to come on, and we had Bakari Sellers. And the good thing is, if you go to our website, the Anderson County Democratic Party website, I think you can get the link on our Facebook page. You can watch it. And it's really, really good. Bakari did his thing. He spoke so eloquently. He was so honest. He told us what to do. He gave us action points. He just was so good at what he does. And I was so glad that he just, was able to come and to give his time because he's a busy man. And he came, he was well spoken. Like I said, so eloquent. Anytime he speaks, everybody ears perk up and they listen and they take what he says to heart. And he knows so many people that he was able to relate to the people that's there. And it was good. And it made me proud. It made me feel proud about Anderson County. The only thing is we don't have a big show. And so what I'm asking you all, not only go to my website, not only register to vote and go vote, and make sure you ask for the nonpartisan part of your ticket, not just a down ballot. But I also need you all to become a member of the Anderson County Democratic Party. I just need a big show. We only had maybe about 30 people on the Zoom meeting. It was a virtual meeting, y'all. I apologize. And we only had about 30 people that was on there, and maybe a little more. But even when we had Jamie Harrison on the meeting last month, it was only like 70 people. And so, I mean, that's good, but Anderson County, we can do better, especially when we're trying to get Democrats in office, when we're trying to push a more progressive agenda, when we're trying to show people that Anderson is not backwood country, that we, have unity, love everybody, want to move forward and want to do better things for our community. So we need to come together. And, even if you don't want to be a member, I'm also linked up with the NAACP. They're looking for members as well. And so just to do a plug, the NAACP will be having their monthly meeting this coming Tuesday. I think it's the 18th at the Dream Warehouse, which is 2200 South McDuffie. So I just did a plug for the NAACP. They're looking for members as well. And, it's going to be there. Pastor Angela will be there. And so if you can come, I'm not sure what time, just, look on the Facebook page, the Anderson County Democratic Party Facebook page. No, you can't do it. Let's see. I guess y'all just look on my page. I'll post it because I don't have it right now or what time. But I want to say like 6:00. I think it's going to be at 6:00. But I'll post it later. But if you can come, you should come. Okay, so I've said all of that talking about Bakari because he did a documentary of when he was running. I think when he was running for office, or when he was running for lieutenant governor, I think, because he ran for lieutenant governor against McMaster, which how that didn't turn out. But a lot of nuggets, a lot of wisdom and things came out of that. So he did a documentary, and it's called While I Breathe, I Hope. And it won a Southeast Region Emmy. So I haven't seen the trailer, but I'm about to go watch the trailer and see about watching this because I know it's good. It says 2018, but it just won an Emmy. So I know it's good. He's doing big things. And, we have people in South Carolina that's trying to push South Carolina forward. We, like I always say, and he said the same thing, we're always on the bottom of the good list, right? Like education, but then on the top of the bad list, like domestic violence. And so I don't know if y'all saw my post yesterday with Jamie Harrison, but he came on and was talking about the domestic violence and the anniversary of the Women's Act for the Violence Against Women Act, I think, something like that. And he was talking about it, and he was just saying how Lindsey Graham keeps voting it down or whatever. But, we need so much assistance when it comes to domestic violence. And if y'all didn't see, Lindsey Graham was actually did a press conference, and I saw it on Fox News while I was at work. I couldn't resist. I had to watch it. And he was in a gun shop talking about how he supports Second Amendment rights and that he's all for Second Amendment rights and legal and responsible gun ownership. But everybody is for that. Who's not for that? And so he's like, oh, Jamie Harrison, the people that's extreme, they're trying to take your guns. They want to take your guns away. Y'all, I'm a veteran. I have guns. I'm a responsible gun owner. I'm gonna protect myself. But that's the norm. That's normally how the majority people feel, right? But they'll come and try to make it seem like that we're divided. Like all Democrats are extreme and they want to take your guns. I'm a Democrat. I'm the chair of the Anderson County Democratic Party. I do not want to take any guns from anybody who's a responsible gun owner who's going to protect themselves. But if you are committing domestic violence against your wife, against your girlfriend, and you have a gun, can you tell me why that person need a gun? Right, crickets. That's what I thought. Nobody support that because then that's me saying, oh, all them Republicans so extreme. They want everybody to have a gun. So even the criminals, everybody just kill everybody. They don't care. That's not how I feel though. They make you think so irrational, right? And so you can't get caught up in all his rah-rah. He was just talking mad trash, rah-rah-rah, rah-rah-rah-rah-rah, and just being so mean. And they was like, one of the reporters like, you're feeling a little, fired up. And he was like, yeah, I'm mad. And something he said. And I was like, not impressed. And he was like, come on with the debates. I'm ready to debate. And I'm like, y'all just don't know. So anyway, I watched that and, all that is just neither here nor there. But I said that to say Jamie Harrison is going to need everybody's vote. So it's very important that we vote, that we push voting. We don't have that much time left. So I'm asking for volunteers. On my website, there's a contact page. You can go and contact me, send me your information. If you want to help me, if you want to help Jamie Harrison, if you want to help any of our candidates, our local candidates. And yeah, it's called Fear Mongering, Shannon. Yeah, you're right. And just send me a contact and then you all can help me volunteer and call people and get people registered to vote and let people know that I'm running and that's one reason I need you all to like this video for real and share it again for real tonight. Because the last one I told y'all to share, I think only like 8 people shared it, but I had like 400 and something views. I can't get 10, can't get 20 shares tonight, please. And let everybody know that I'm running. Like put in a comment, like when you share it, put Tanya running for a school board district or a school board trustee at large seat or something like that. So everybody will know. That's my ask. Share the video and when you share it, let your comment be that I'm running for school board trustee, the at-large seat, and to vote for me in November. Great? Okay. So I think it was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. And it's slipping my mind right now. But that's okay, because we're going to have plenty of time to talk and plenty of time to chat back and forth with one another. I just wish that people would come on camera with me and talk to me. But I guess it's not good since I'm recording my YouTube live as well. So we won't do that tonight. But I do want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for giving me your time. It is 9:12 and I've been on for a few minutes now. I feel like I've gotten everything out that I wanted to say, but just remember that this thing that we're going through, this COVID-19 thing, this racial injustice, right? This social injustice, this everything, this atmosphere is really, really strenuous. And one of the things, I'm going to say this and I'm going to stop. One of the things that I was telling you about my friend when I first started, and I did the post this morning, one of the things she said is, people looking at me like I'm racist. She said, when I go out, she said, other people are assuming that because I'm white, I'm automatically racist. And I guess that kind of bothered me because I'm thinking, where is she going? Like, and why do you care what people think or how they look at you, right? Um, I'm so oblivious. I'm 45 years old. I'm so oblivious to how people looking at me and what they think of me, right? Um, it's like if you say Black Lives Matter, it automatically incites something, right? So why do people not feel like when we say Black Lives Matter, how do they think we feel as Black people when they fly Confederate flags? They know how we feel. And then they'll try to say, oh, it's our heritage, or oh, it's how, it's our history, right? But they're doing it to incite an emotion and to incite a response, right? They know what they're doing, right? So my thing is this: we cannot go out in our community, right, and allow this atmosphere to divide us further. If you know you have friends that are Black, that are white, if you know you have true friends that you have had lifelong relationships with, you owe them a conversation. I mean, that's all, just a conversation, right? And if they get it, they get it. You pray for them and you move on. But at no point in time are we to be quiet and to not say anything. Now is not the time to be quiet. Now is not the time to hold your tongue. I'm not saying be ugly and be rude and be nasty, but you do have to be brave enough to have the conversation to say, this is what I think and this is how I feel, right? Because when the message is all one sided, it makes it look like there is a majority of people out there that's so loud, right? And it makes it seem like that's what's right when in actuality it's not, right? So we have to speak up. We have to be the voice of reason. We have to say what's right and stand on it. And if they don't get it, they just don't get it. And then, you move on. You pray for them and you move on, right? And so, that's what I'm doing, right? She said she want to dialogue some more. I gave her some things to read on, not read. She told me to read up some stuff on Black Lives Matter because, she had some disgruntled things about the organization. But I do want to clear it up. I read it, and Black Lives Matter started with the Trayvon Martin case. And if anybody that's white feels like that George Zimmerman did the right thing and he deserves to have gotten acquitted, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. The criminal justice system is jacked up. It's a mess. You can't tell me that man should have shot that boy and got away with it. He's a criminal. He's a murderer. And that's all you can say about that. That's just it. They got it wrong. They got it wrong. And so that's how the Black Lives Matter movement started. She said she posted something about Black Lives Matter, and then another lady chimed in, made it a hashtag, and from there on, it just kind of took off from there. And so I'm glad that I know that, because when she said something about it, I wasn't sure, and so I didn't kind of say anything. So my thing is, get educated. Find out the facts about things, not to go back and forth, but just to show in your heart and your mind that you're not just rambling off talking points if you heard from someone else. Get the information and learn it and know it, and be vigilant about your point, and be vigilant about peace and unity, because at the end of the day, we still got to live with each other. At the end of the day, we still love the Lord. At the end of the day, it's not a black heaven or a white heaven. Sorry, it's not. So we got to get it right. And so, we have plenty of opportunities to get it right. His mercies are brand new every day. So we just have to get it right. And when we get it wrong, it's okay to say, I'm sorry. I didn't do right. I didn't get that right. It's okay. And, we can work and try to be better at it, be better humans, right? That's what it's all about. And so, okay, so I'm done for real, for real. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's right at 30 minutes, which is great, right? That I've been on my YouTube live, and I'm on my YouTube live on my laptop, and I'm on my Facebook live on my phone. And so, I'm that's why I'm looking back and forth. So y'all have to forgive me until I can perfect this thing. This is my very, very first one. So again, go to my website, TanyaWinbush.com. Tell me what you think. Contact me. And also share this and let everybody know that I am running for Anderson County School Board Trustee, District 5 at large seat. November the 3rd, I need you to vote for me. I need you to share that information. Let as many people know in Anderson County. It is a nonpartisan seat. School board is not Democrat or Republican. So you don't have to be Democrat or Republican to vote for me. I just want people to vote for me because they believe that I will take care of their children and I will do what's right by teachers. That's what the main thing is. I have some points on my website that I think you will agree with me. So go to my website, and if you agree and if you're willing to help me, any position I have is not mine, it's ours. So I need you all to help me to do the best thing for Anderson County and for our school district. Okay. You all have to help me. I can't do it by myself. I'm not refuse to do it by myself. Y'all will not leave me and not help me. Right. So this is our seat and we're going to do it. So I thank you all for giving me your time. Y'all have a good night. And I'm not sure when I'll be back on. I don't think this is going to be an everyday thing, but I will be on before the week is out. You have to hit the bell thing or something, right, to get live notifications. I'm still learning about this stuff. So if you go to my Facebook page, and I think if you go to my YouTube um, channel, which is Tanya Winbush, and you hit the little bell thing, the notification thing, every time I go live, it'll notify you that I'm live so that you don't have to miss it and then go back and watch it. You can watch it at the time that I'm doing it live, which I like it live because I like y'all interaction with me. I love the interaction. I love the energy. I love the passion. I love the comments. And so I want you all to be on when I'm on. So that's all. That's all I got. We'll talk more later. Thank you so much. Remember, my topic, not my topic, but my channel's name is going to be Everything is Political. And I will elaborate on that more as time goes on. And we'll dig a little bit deeper. We'll get a little more education. I'll talk about some books that I want to suggest to you all. I want to suggest 13th. Go to Netflix and watch 13th if you haven't watched it. That's why I told my white friend, my white girlfriend, I told her to go watch 13th. So y'all go watch it if you hadn't seen it. It's very informative and it will change your point of view on a lot of things. And that's black, white, whoever's watching, Hispanic, Asian, polka dotted, whoever. Go watch 13th. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, go get it, go watch it, and it'll change your perspective. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, y'all have a good night. Mwah.